You're in your 20s, broke, rejected, and drowning in existential dread. Your job sucks, your love life is non-existent, and every time you look in the mirror, you see a guy who just got outmatched by Chad at the gym, on Tinder, and probably at the Starbucks line too. Yeah, we've all been there, but let me tell you something. Your life doesn't have to stay this way. You think Chad's winning? Nah, he's peaking early. The real winners, the ones who dominate long-term, play the long game. Now, I was hoping you could sit down, grab your instant noodles, and listen up, because I'm about to give you the blueprint for turning your dumpster fire of life into an empire. You can thank me later when you're crushing it. So picture this. There's this guy, smart, ambitious, supposedly destined for greatness. At 19, he gets into Stanford. Big deal, right? Instead of riding that success train to Silicon Valley stardom, he crashes and burns. Drops out. Stanford. It is the dream school for tiger moms everywhere, and now he's working minimum wage jobs, folding napkins, and wondering if his ancestors are looking down on him with shame. But here's where the plot thickens. For 2 years, he hustles at these dead-end jobs. Not glamorous, but he learns something crucial. Life doesn't care about your excuses, your tears, or your potential. It cares about results. During this time, he picks up life skills, learns how the real world works, and figures out how to deal with rejection without crying into his bubble tea. At 21, he gets his act together and goes back to Stanford. This time, he's not some wide-eyed kid hoping life will hand him a participation trophy. He's there to win. Graduates at 24 with a computer science degree. Because, let's be honest, no one's getting rich with a degree in interpretive dance and lands a tech job. But wait, this isn't some FAAing level $300,000 a year gig. It's a solid, humble job at Intuit, the TurboTax company. Not sexy, but stable. And stability is underrated when you're building an empire. Now here's where most guys mess up. They get their first decent paycheck and blow it on a new car, designer sneakers, and weekend trips to Vegas. Not this guy. Nope. He lives like a monk, drives a basic car, eats at home, skips the clubs. Why? Because while everyone else is out trying to impress people who don't matter, he's stacking cash and plotting his next move. He saves $60,000 by the time he's 26. Not bad, right? And instead of wasting it on something stupid like crypto memes or an Instagram flex, he used it to put 10% down on a $600,000 house in 2013. People laughed at him. Why buy a house when you could rent downtown and live your best life, they said. Fast forward 8 years, he sells that house for $1.8 million. Who's laughing now? By his early 30s, he's no longer punching a clock for someone else. He starts his own IT business. 2 employees, $600,000 a year in revenue. On the side, he launches an e-commerce store that's pulling in another 6 figures. The guy's printing money at this point, multi-millionaire, 0 debt. While his peers are stuck complaining about inflation and their 9-to-5s, he's sitting back, sipping matcha, and planning his next big move. Now let's address the elephant in the room, dating. Because I know some of you are out here thinking, great, he's rich, but what about women? Does being rich even help? Short answer, yes. Long answer, not in the way you think. In his 20s, this guy struggled. He liked a girl, took her on expensive dates, bought her gifts, and basically treated her like a queen. Her response? She went and married some tall European PhD student. Rough. But here's the lesson. When women, like everyone else, are attracted to value. And if you're still building yours, you might get overlooked. It's not personal, it's biology. Fast forward a decade, he's not chasing anyone anymore. He's built a life so good, people naturally gravitate toward him. Enter his dream girl. She's gorgeous, brilliant, and doing her PhD. 10 years younger, too. When they go out, other guys can't help but stare. One dude even yells, "You're a lucky SOB." And sure, luck played a small role. But you know what really sealed the deal? His success, his confidence, his discipline. Women notice that stuff. So here's the blueprint, boys. The cheat code to life: graduate quickly. I don't care if it's college, trade school, or YouTube tutorials. Get the credentials you need to make money. Stop dragging your feet. Work harder than everyone else. And if you're not grinding at least 40 hours a week at your job and another 20 on a side hustle, you're not serious. No one's going to hand you success. Save like a paranoid squirrel. Forget luxury cars and expensive clothes. Invest in assets, stocks, real estate, or even yourself. Build wealth, not debt. Forget women for now. Chasing relationships when you're broke and aimless is like trying to swim with a cinder block tied to your ankle. Build yourself first. The right women will come. Hit the gym. Look, you don't have to be ripped, but you can't look like a melted candle either. Fitness boosts confidence, and confidence changes everything. Now let's be real, your 20s are gonna suck. You're not supposed to be thriving yet. You're supposed to be grinding. Every late night, every skip party, every penny saved, it's all setting the stage for your 30s. And trust me, when you hit your 30s with a six-pack, a fat bank account, and a life you actually enjoy, you'll look back and laugh at how worried you were. So stop scrolling, stop whining, and start working. You're not losing, you're loading. And when the progress bar hits 100%, the world won't know what hit it. Now go out there and crush it. And remember, this isn't just advice, it's a challenge. Don't prove me wrong.